Everybody, once again, I love this webcam. What can I say? And I'll always think of opportunities and ways I can use the webcam more and get to know you guys and get my life and story out there of previous link shells and everything. So I want to share with you a little bit about the VanadielKnights, which is probably my biggest and most proudest link shell of all. Um, when the VanadielKnights ended, I made something to commemorate and always remind me of the VanadielKnights days and how awesome that link show was. I mean, it was just out of this world, fantastic, fantastic leadership. And we had a lot of heavyweights in the link show too. I mean, people who aren't around. Some of them are still around, but most of them have moved on and everything. But I made this as a token to myself to I can change that. I have a Kodak printer that does portraits, out of photo paper, and it does a better job than most photo printers out there by HP and whatnot. But I led two successful link shells um, before the Emerald Knights, the Winders Knights and the VanadielKnights. Winders Knights, I talked to you in a previous video while I was in the Emerald Knights, but the VanadielKnights I never really made mention too much about. Um, it ran from August 2005 to December of 2008, and that's well over 3 years. And we had a blast. I mean, the leadership, like I said, was just, you couldn't ask for a better leadership. And to think the whole thing ended because of a disagreement that they had with how I wanted to explain to other knights who are coming in on what exactly we do for the knights, because the leadership of the VanadielKnights, I don't know if they were thinking that I was accusing them of not doing enough for the link shell. Yeah, we had issues. Don't get me wrong. I mean, every link shell has issues, but the worst one that VanadielKnights had was the leadership was great. I mean, they would hang out with anyone, do anything for anybody. But, it was easy for people to come in and see the leadership, and these people would think that it was too much about the leadership. The leaders help the leaders. The leaders always involved with the stuff that goes on in the lake shell, and it was pretty much true. I mean, people had to come in and they had to rely on the leaders to do even the smallest stuff. I guess I was leader crazy. I had a leader for everything. Even had a successful sister Dynamics link shell that ran twice a week, and that was awesome too. And that we were so big and we were so stable of a link shell that we have a sister shell that did Dynamics, and then come back, into the VanadielKnights when Dynamics was done. And back then, Dynamics was forever. I mean, it was almost like an 8-hour shift. It was crazy. It was nothing like Dynamics is now. At one time, it was 1 million gil per run, and then they changed it to 500,000 per run, which is still a lot of money. Especially to someone who doesn't have their crafting skills, don't know how to farm, just just that kind of stuff. But even so, Dynamics was fantastic. It was a challenge. People died at the slightest um, thing that went wrong. Back then, a single thing wrong meant an entire alliance wipe. It was just that brutal. But if he was able to get through it, it was fantastic. Getting to the end guy, defeating them, and then examining the triple question mark, which used to spawn when the Dynamics boss died. There's nothing like it is now. It's all key items, key items, key items, key items, key items galore. But I think this new way is, yeah, it's easier, it's more relaxed, but let's do something about these procs, because these procs are getting freaking old. Procs here, procs there, procs everywhere. Wait, I have an idea. Why don't we have procs and dynamics? Oh yeah, woo! Why don't we have procs and iron here jar? Woo! Yeah, let's not do that, okay? I'm sick and fucking tired of procs. Let's get back to what I was saying. The VanadielKnights was just fantastic. We had ODS, Synth, and that's CYNTH, Mad Hailstorm. We had West. We had Silvara at the time. I say that because he had changed his name on Shiva to Silvara Dragonbane. And oh man, who else did we have? We had Mad Hailstorm. He's still running around on Shiva, and he's just one fantastic dude. He looks like super grunge type, man. Like he could probably put holes in your body just from his hair. And if you go to his Facebook page, you probably know what I'm talking about. David McClure. But yeah, Mad Hailstorm. Yeah, he was one gigantic Galka with one gigantic heart, dude. He'll do anything for anybody. A team player all the way. Like, you couldn't ask for a better guy. Let's see, who else was there? Oh man, I'm trying to remember some of these names. Some of them have slipped my mind. It's been so long. It used to be Kindemeyer, and Shaker Kate was with us full time. Back into VanadielKnights along with Synth and ODS. Wes came along. He came and went. Like he stopped playing, the later on he'd come back. But when he was back with us, he was just a great guy also. Man, who else? I wish I could bring back some of this stuff, but I lost a good portion of VanadielKnights stuff on a virus attack, and I had to wipe all my system, and it was one of those memory resonant viruses too, that even if I reinstalled Windows, it would still reinfect my system. So I had to clear my RAM and everything, and wipe everything clean on all drives. It was just a mess. But I lost a good portion of my VanadielKnights days. Not much remains of it, as a matter of fact. ODS was. I'll just come out and say it, man. He was a good guy too. He will do everything for anybody. He was more on that axis of I'll help me if you help. I'll help you if you help me, type of thing. And he's not afraid to go help a person first, and then later on getting help in return. But really. I mean, what does a 70 level 75 paladin who has over 700 defense, even at 75, that's just practically unheard of, with an Excalibur and a Genbu shield, um, don't need much. I used to remember all the times when we would go out on missions and stuff, and we would get so frustrated on Chains of Promathia missions because they were just back then extremely hard. Um, you know, even at the earlier ones, like Diablos and stuff, if you didn't take the right, jobs and stuff with you, people who could do the job, you would just set up to fail like right away. Um, Airship fight, I remember that like the back of my hand, but that was a fantastic fight too. Um, then getting to seeing C for the first time was awesome, and it almost didn't happen. We was getting down to the last like 5 seconds or so, and I was on Black Mage. No, I was on Red Mage. I was on Red Mage because back then I was a Red Mage freak. I'm a Red Mage freakaholic. Um, but with a White Mage sub, and I remember I casted a tier 1 um, spell like Waterga or Thundaga or something like that. And just before time's up, the magic went off, and all of a sudden the screen froze, and everyone thought, oh my God, what just happened? And then before you knew it, the screen went blank and cutscene, and that was probably the most excitement we've had in a long time with this expansion pack, because now we have finally got C. Um, but yeah, that was a great time in the lives of the VanadielKnights right there. That and yeah. Oh, Eco Warrior and Garrison. Yeah, we used to do those events too. And for those who don't know, if you want a mannequin for your Mog house, you're gonna have to do Garrison, because mannequin parts they drop from Garrison battles. You don't have to win in order to get them. They're just common drops from certain zones that you do. And just an FYI, I have Garrison item for just about every region available. So if you ever want to do one, just hit me up. There is a cap of 20. You can have a full alliance. So 18 people. The gist of Garrison is to keep the NPCs from dying while fighting off the different swarms of mobs that come in, and you got to defeat them all. I think there's like 3 or 4 different waves, and then after the 4th one, if there's one NPC remaining, you still win that garrison, and then you win conquest points, and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So you get mannequin parts, you get conquest points, you have a lot of fun. You don't I don't think you lose experience points anymore. Eco Warrior is a quest you can do once per conquest period. So after every Sunday midnight Japanese, you can get a quest, Eco Warrior, and there's one available in all 3 nations, but Windurst is probably the easiest to do, because you just have to kill 3 dragonflies while you're capped at 20, and you're allowed, I think, a full alliance there too. So as long as you have, and the best job for that is Beast and Summoner. Summoner can just open up with Astral Flow and just kill one right off the bat. So, let's see. Other than that, it's all about getting your expansion packs up there, and everything like that. But it's all changed since then. Adding the Embassy expansion packs totally changed how the game is played. And while I miss the old ways, maybe it is time to put something out there that'll um, make leveling go faster and stuff. And I'm just going to admit it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm grateful that I was able to get 9 jobs to 99 in like no time, and stuff like that. But it's like, what do I do now? Is it all about getting seals and plus items and getting the best gear on everyone? And what's it going to be like when everyone, later on has all their Empyrean armor at +2 and has their Empyrean weapon and shield, the Ochain or Kanagi or Almace or any Last Stand or any of those weapons. It wasn't Last Stand. Anyway, you get my point. Everyone's going to have that in the end, and then it's like, then what? Are y'all going to run around and just dance, play together as all plus do here? Not, I mean, seriously, who's going to fight to be the elitist then? It's going to be stupid to see people, who've been playing for a year after FC's been out, have all their +2s and the Empyrean armor or whatnot, show up and flex their muscles to another person who's got Empyrean armor and +2. It just doesn't make sense, and that's how it's going to be in the end. That's why I believe Secrets of Adolin is going to either make or break the game completely. And why I say that is, what's it going to add to what we don't already have? Is it going to add more leveling areas? Is it going to add, just another redundant, city like Whitegate with attached auction house to Juno? I just don't know. I hope it isn't. I know I'm going to try Rune Fencer when it comes out. I'm getting off topic again. There's all kinds of things I can talk about. But the VanadielKnights was a very cool Linkshell with very cool people. I'll talk about it more if I stay on topic next time. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of what the VanadielKnights was like. But there's a lot more. There's 3 years worth of stuff to talk about. Anyway, see you later. Bye.